Welcome back to Career Build Series. This is episode number 95. So we're back here up at the iron mine. I went ahead and brought the old scraper down, brought up the new scraper, so a couple of modifications I made are now in. So that is up and running. So let's go ahead and get to some mining here. So the new scraper, you know, did the little bit of work on it there last episode. Get it, mostly fixed the cooling system, fixed a couple other things in there. You know, find little issues here and there with the builds that I need to fix. Some with the road train tractor needs to be fixed too. So little things like that. A lot of tuning still, you know, always. You know, things can always be tuned better, so. But going pretty well so far. I think we're making some good progress here. You know, so if you watched last episode and you saw what I did on the scraper, put a lot more capacity on here, so but double the capacity, fix the cooling system, so that's going to streamline the whole mining process. Get up there, and these are some nodes that have regrown, supplied, put it that way. So these should pick up very quickly, as you can see. So we only got like 10 out of that one. We're just going to drive across this one. This one is another. These two here are already done. We'll go up to these over here. And so we'll grab this one. So I'm enjoying getting back into mining, you know. I didn't fix something that I needed to. That sucks. So it's going to auto shut off at 390 because I didn't change to the new capacity, so that's something I have to do here. That's going to cause me problems. So that will go on the old to-do list. I'll write that down now. So what I did, you know, it has an auto shut off feature, so on the scraper, I need to change the auto shut off value, and it's still stalling on stop, so that's just a tuning thing. So I'll put a couple things on there. Often I'll make a drive for each of my vehicles, Google Drive, and then I can access it and just put on things that it needs, make a little checklist. So that's kind of a nice way to do it. Preferred method. So we have two nodes here. That little stall there is it's not putting the clutch in fast enough, and so even though I have it zeroing the clutch, it needs to come in sooner because it's going below the starter re-engagement limit. So it has auto start, so I can also get rid of the auto start to fix that. So what are we up to here? We're up to 153. That's going to bug me there. It's going to auto shut off early. Because I just drove the old, so I had to load up the old scraper onto the beam trailer. And then I had to unload it, put it in the workbench, spawn the new one, put that on the beam trailer and transport down, and then unload it. So, you know, we'll live with it as it is. The main thing is the cooling. So cooling is now fixed. I had missed a pipe section, so it was completely getting rid of all the water. There's my bearings here where I am. So this will auto shut off at 390 instead of like 600, so whatever it is now. It's probably about double what it was. So I need to figure out capacity and have it auto shut off then. But not a big deal, you know, just take more trips going up. Once that large dump truck is full, I will go ahead and bring the train over, so I'll teleport again. So, you know, I kind of like this system. You know, if it's just me doing, say, a rescue or something, I try not to teleport because it's one person doing it. You know, if I have to switch characters, if it's a multiple person operation, you know, I'll teleport as though I'm switching characters. You know, I was the guy driving the dump truck, now I'm the guy driving the scraper. You know, so it doesn't make sense for me to be a one-man operation doing it. So even, you know, from a realism standpoint, you know, you would be going back and forth. So I think I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse out some mining here until we get to something else. Alright, so it appears we're full. As you can see, I'm dumping a bunch of ore here. So 1875 looks to be the full capacity, so I'll write that down. 1875, okay. So we're going to waste some here. It's not the end of the world. We'll shut this funnel off so we stop wasting. And I'll jam some in here just to save me some time. But, you know, I really don't have to worry about it. It's not a ton of, you know, waste here. But that is written down so we can put that on the... so lately I've been writing down on the different vehicles what the capacities are. That way I don't have to remember it. So a bunch of little work here and there. But it's nice to get back to mining. Again, I really wish they would put a slider so we can determine how long we want these chunks to stay visible in the world. You know, personally, I would like an operation like this. I would like, say, 5 minutes. That way I can use some different vehicles. And people with some potato PC can have a different setting. So let's go ahead and get going here. Might call the mining a little bit early. What I might do is there's a bunch of work that needs to be done, like upgrading some vehicles and stuff, some of the less glamorous business. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet, but I shut the engine off. So this was idling, so it didn't build up enough electricity. So I need to fix this. So I have a bunch of things to fix. So I think what I'll do is I will wrap up the mining here. We have 18-something hundred. And maybe we'll you know, we'll load it on a train and we'll get it down there. And then later I can go ahead and work on all these vehicles. And then we'll mine again at some point. You know, I'm enjoying the mining, but I have a bunch of work that needs to be done on these vehicles, so, you know, most of it's pretty good. Like, this is, you know, 1800 something. That's a pretty good capacity. That's going to be, well, I don't know, over 6, probably. And so, knowing the capacity will be helpful. Get the train set up, and we'll have the train receive all of this iron ore. And then we can head down to Empire and dump it in there and make some steel. So this is the top speed for the mining truck. Again, it's not supposed to be super fast. I'm hitting the wrong button here to shift. It's actually not the top speed. So I have a bunch of stuff these vehicles need to be. You know, I've changed some of my methodology. So, for example, I use up-down arrow now for pretty much all my shifters in my vehicles. Currently, I have 3-4 as that, so I can change 3-4 to raise the dump body. Makes more sense to have a standardized system of shifting. So I'll park this next to the rail, and we'll go ahead and I'll teleport and bring a train down here. That way we can load it up. So the other thing too is, you notice I kept having to go up to the top to dump. What I would do from then on is, the nice thing with the scraper is it can be left on a node and I can go do something else. So say for example I put the scraper on a node and then teleport over, move the auger down by where the scraper is working, you know, because you don't want the scraper to have to drive too much. And then bring the dump truck down under the auger again, and the scraper can hit all those zones and do unloads very quickly, and then when this is filled it can head down the train. So go ahead, grab the auger car for the train. Because this is 1,875 units of iron ore, I believe my new cars are 13, so we're going to need 2 of them. That's going to reduce down 1/10. So if it's 1,800, it's going to be 180 ore. So what's the current price? Iron ore is 75 per. So let's, you know, do a quick money on that. have my big calculator on me. So, let's see. So 100 and what is it? 180 times I think it's 75. So that's 13,500 for what we did. So it's not too bad. It's a lot of setup. You know what really makes this more profitable? It's going to be double that for steel. So it'll be about 27,000. So it doesn't sound like a lot of money because of all the setup time, but you know, if you kept running for a long time, you can fill up an entire train, and then you start to get rid of the setup time, which is, not, I wouldn't say wasted time, but it is a time expenditure. And so it feels like, I've been doing this for a long time, which I have, to get everything out there. I had to trailer out a bunch of equipment, and so next time I won't have to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and open up the map. I'm going to go ahead and we'll set up the train. So another reason to get brains going here is it allows me to more quickly get out to the mining site. I don't have to drive from FJ. All right, so it'd be cool if there was a workbench for each rail, so I could launch multiples, but let's see. Grab the diesel loco. All right, so that's gonna be a problem. How much diesel? I have to check how much diesel I have in here. All right, so that's 1,600 liters, so I should have enough diesel. And we'll head down there. So this is nice and close to the iron mine. Right, so it didn't take too long. I went and got the proper auger. I should have done this from the start, but whatever. So I'm pushing on the front here, so I'm going to set it onto the track that we initially were on, and then I'm going to back up and put myself on the track to the side of it. So you can see this auger has a 5 bin width, and it has a second stack in there to keep it, you know, to avoid some spillover, and then it has 3 funnels on the end, so this one will be a little bit more efficient to be using with this. Yeah, this one should have an equal dump speed to what the dump truck is. Dump truck's dumping 3 funnels at once. This will be dumping 3 funnels at once, so this should be able to keep up. You know, plus it has its own internal capacity. Oh, get out of the seat, dude. Come on, quickly, quickly, quickly. Okay, good. Just checking the lights, and let's start slowing down here. You don't need to be going 70 miles an hour going into the sucker. So we're gonna go in off this one here, the one we had, and then we're gonna move over 1 track, I believe. I'll get this turned out to see if it's 1 track. And this should make it reasonable to be able to dump this. And with this in the front, it's hard for me to see signals. You just barely see it. Should all be set the way they were last time, so we should just roll right in. Yep. Alright, so we're going to go in and put this on that left track. I'm going to move it over, see if I need 1 or 2 tracks to be able to reach. Again, I can put it at a kind of an angle anyway. Let's actually kind of stop it a little bit short. We'll stick it right here so I don't have to go all the way down. So yeah, let's stick that like right there. Let me get it turned, and then we'll head under it. And this one doesn't have any sort of lock on it. Alright, so that's secure on there. Which track? So we want to go 2 tracks over. Yeah, we're going to have to go 2 tracks over. That's fine. Alright, so we should have like 30 seconds to get backed up. Alright, we'll be looking for the switch here. That one is correct. I have to switch this one over here. You know, there's a right tool for the job, and I thought it was going to be better just to skip it, and I was wrong. Better to get the right tool for the job, so. You know, this was built with that in mind, so, oh, there we go. There we go. Switch that one over. I have to change the pulse, that's why I'm having to double tap it. That's the way it's pulsed. Now let's see if the alignment is correct on that. It's a little iffy where it is. I think it's gonna fall short. Alright. That sucks because I have to move the whole train to move this. Let's see. I probably don't. Manual brake release. I know I don't. So let's do this. Let's drop this and I'll move it with the tractor. it has a manual brake release. Why is it not rolling? Be able to push it with my character. Brake 0, okay. Brake should be 0. It could be the, could be this causing me, up there it goes, okay. It's moving now. Push it with my body for now. Of course this is nonsense, push it with my body IRL, but we're not IRL, are we? So I just need to move it over enough. It's not going to go by that switch with this in the way, so I need to pick it up. Oof. No, it's not enjoying this. I was trying to push it down instead of up. Also, I don't have to back up again. Right, there we go. Didn't switch tracks, did it? The back is going to, though, isn't it? See if this is close enough now. I don't know if it is or not. Here, let's brake. Let's brake. It's not on this side. Okay. Let's try this. Alright, so that should be alright, I think, if I can push it here. Because the back will be on this rail over here. This should work. Didn't need to come over too much. Yep, that's over it now. Oh, it's gonna have problems there. Okay, I can move the train. Okay. So, do I have one on me? I don't think I do. Alright, so let's try dumping this, see if we can get it in the train. I hope that's alright. I'm gonna back the train up a little bit. I'm being lazy here, which is not helpful. I should put this on the right track, on the correct track here. Let's just do that. You know, twice I've kind of done the lazy thing, and it's costing me. I can't pitch it that much because the train car is over there. Okay, good. Right. Let's not be lazy. Let's push this back and get both sets of wheels on the right track. What I could have done is just back the train up. I don't know why I did that. I've just been doing lazy the whole way through here. It's just trying to save time, and it's costing me a ton more time just to try to save the time. Like now I've unhooked the Mac, and it needs to just be hooked back up, so it's costing me a lot more time. Alright, so I'm going to actually go ahead and just fill the rear one, and the reason being is that the front one already has some in it, and the capacity was is more than one train car, so that should hopefully get us set. I might still have to move this, but that's not the end of the world here. Okay, there we go. That is over now. That is definitively over it. Okay, nice. Let's get the dump truck in here. have anything in here? I do not. Okay, good. So. So if only I'd brought the right tool the first time, we'd be in business here, but wasted a bunch of time doing the wrong thing, so. Oh well. Line up a little bit better, and then we should be able to pour it in there. I'm in a higher gear, that's why it's struggling. Just letting it roll forward a little bit. Need to roll forward just probably a little bit more. There we go. That's the issue with this auto dumping, but that's how it would do it in real life, you know, so that's why I sent them up to be auto dumps. As soon as it hits a certain level, it will dump. Just gonna roll forward just a hair and then raise it some more. That's max raise there, I think. Okay, nice. That's doing a much better job. This could use some backboard on it as well. But it needs to be much better. And this needs to be turned on. Yep, following the train car fine. Alright, and I just need to roll forward just a hair. There we go. Alright, much more precise now. Nice. So if I just extended these out too, that would do it, so I might do that. So check on the on this tank car here. Yep. Still going. Because it's filling the duct. Maybe. Maybe the capacity. I have the capacity wrong. Let's see. Yep. So it's overfilled now. Alright. I thought, you know, I had the capacity close. I'll see what the capacity actually is. Alright, this is full, which is not good. We're gonna lose some. Not the other world. Kind of resigned to that fact, which is fine. Should have shut it off at 13. Fine, so 1377. So it's not bad. It's a little bit off, but that gives me, you know, what I have written on the side, but that gives me the ability to hopefully, you know, stop it early. So that's actually what's ever in the funnel. There's a funnel under there, so the remainder is probably what's in the funnel. This should be empty, I think. Yeah. All right, good. So this was good getting this emptied. So I think we'll actually, you know, I'll end it here in a second once this is done. You know, this was a good to get to this point. So what we have to do next, get the train down to Empire, offload the iron. I already have 2 of these rail cars sitting down there. So what I'll do is I'll hand dump in. Actually, probably won't hand dump. I'll dump in via the spout. I'll dump in about 10. It will tell me which of the funnels, because they're unlabeled, it actually goes, drops iron ore, and then I will put the car under to collect the iron ore, and then I'll move that car under the dump area, dump that iron ore in, and then I'll find out which one's steel. So yeah, it's a process because I didn't label them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.